is a new drama directed by Noah Baumbach. It's up on Netflix right now. It stars Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. Buckle up for this one because there's a really big story here. I'm going to try to sum it up as best I can and try not to spoil everything. Two people get divorced. Yep. That's the story. Is there anything that I'm actually forgetting or leaving out? Nope, that's it. Two people are married for a while and then they're getting a divorce, and this movie is showing how they get divorced. Maybe I should say it more poetic, like maybe I should give it more flair to make the story sound a little bit more complex or interesting than what it is. They fell in love, vows were spoken, and then eventually those vows were broken. Adam and Scarlett fell away, and now Adam gets to sleep with Rey. Kidding, Star Wars fans, I'm pretty sure Kylo and Rey are not going to do anything in Rise of Skywalker. At least, you know, on screen. So what's kind of funny is that I've actually heard more buzz and excitement about this movie than I actually knew about this movie before I actually watched it. So many people on my timeline, both on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, that were blowing up about this movie, that were talking about it. I'm sure you've seen it by now, but there is a clip that is going around the internet. I'm not going to spoil the clip or show it or anything like that. Essentially, it's just one of those clips that film Twitter holds up in high esteem, and they're just kind of like, this invented cinema. Like, look at the acting in the scene. This is how cinema was created. They're treating the acting in the scene like it's the Big Bang Theory or something like that. Like, you got basically Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson in a scene and they're screaming at each other. It's one of those Oscar bait scenes where definitely the two people screaming in the scene, you can tell that they're not really trying to win the argument. Like, they're just trying to hurt the other person as much as possible. Come on, tell me that you haven't gotten into one of those arguments, maybe something with your significant other, not trying to win them over or anything like that. You're just trying to say the most hurtful shit possible. You're trying to hurt them and they're trying to do the same thing to you. Just seeing this clip circulating around on Twitter so much that I'm just kind of like, cool your tits. There's other great things about the movie that you could point to that don't have anything to do with this clip. And you could say, okay, this is cinema. It's just kind of like, this clip I feel like is overplayed a little bit. Clip does kind of make me not want to get married now all of a sudden. Like, maybe that's the impact that the movie had, the lasting impression it had with me. Just sitting there watching the scene and I'm just like horrified at the kind of things that these people are saying to each other. Like, yes, I want to get married, I want to share my life with somebody, and I want to be able to blame her when shit in the house gets broken, you know, all that good stuff. But damn, if this is what marriage drives you to, like if this is the kind of shit, like you're saying stuff to another human being that you have shared a life with, you're saying terrible things to them, and I'm just like, is this how human beings are supposed to talk to each other? Maybe people that have been married or been divorced, maybe you could sound off in the comment section, let me know how that is. Now that I've done my little tangent on a clip from the movie that I've seen way too much buzz about, let me actually give you the good buzz about the rest of the movie, because this is a damn good movie. This is a well-made film, well-directed, well-shot, great music, has also got great performances. Everything that you've heard about Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson is true. They absolutely kill it. Adam Driver, I've always thought was a great actor. Like, if you've seen any of his other projects over the years, not just Star Wars, but you just look at him, he's just got so much versatility. He's like a chameleon, basically. Probably gonna be in the minority on this, but I have not really been the biggest Scarlett Johansson fan. I mean, I think that she's fine as hell. Yes, I would love it if she sat on my face and all that good stuff. As far as an actress goes, I never really was all that impressed. I think she's okay. I think she's fine. But then I see her in this movie and I'm like, oh, whoa, okay. That's the Scarlett Johansson that other people have been whining to me about. To say that she absolutely crushes in this movie is an understatement. Like, she disappeared into this character. I didn't see Scarlett Johansson anymore. I saw this character that she was portraying. Most of the story in this movie is balancing on the double-edged razor of an emotional knife. And this thing is just gonna stick itself into you. It's gonna twist itself and it's gonna turn and it's gonna slowly leak out your blood over the runtime. It's kind of a graphic way to describe it, but that's what it is in this movie. The worst thing possible I think that Noah could have done with the story in this movie is he could have tried to create a bad guy and a good guy. Like, he could have worked the story in a way where there's one character you're rooting against and there's another character you're rooting for. But in this movie, the best thing that he does with the screenplay here is that he presents it as very balanced. You understand these characters. You understand where they're coming from. You totally get it. You understand both of their viewpoints. And it's one of those situations where, just like life, marriage is complicated. Sometimes there's not a good or a bad guy. Sometimes there's not right and wrong. It's not good and evil. It's not all that. Sometimes both people are right and sometimes both people are wrong. Obviously, they're getting divorced and they have a kid, and so they're trying to make this work in a way that benefits the kid or like keeps him out of it. Obviously, this makes me nostalgic because I am a kid whose parents got divorced when I was very young. So that angle of the story I thought was really fascinating, and I thought it definitely breathed life into this story. It made these characters even more real, more authentic, more relatable. It obviously is a very good looking movie. Editing wise, this is one of the best edited films of the year. There's maybe like one or two scenes that I thought could have been cut, could have been trimmed a little bit. Give credit to the editors, the cinematography. Also got to give credit to the music. It was was an underrated musical score in this movie. One of those movies where I feel like I don't have a lot of readily available flaws. Like, it's not one of those movies where I walked out going, oh, well, this I didn't like. I mean, maybe you could argue supporting characters. Laura Dern and Ray Liotta, like, people like that, they're really good. They're not really in the movie that much, and they fulfill their role, so I can't really complain that they didn't get too much to do. And I don't really have anything to say other than maybe I wouldn't really revisit it. It's one of those movies that's very heavy emotionally. If you've been married or you've been divorced, if you've been through a situation like this, it's going to connect to you a little bit more. Me, personally, I connected to it up to a certain point, but I feel like at a certain point, the movie just didn't grab me the way that I wanted it to. Not to say it's not a great film, because it is. It is a great film. I just think that it's one of those movies I'm not going to revisit that much. Marriage Story was a damn good movie, and despite the fact that it has no real flaws, I'm going to put this one in the Silver Age for Man of Steel. Guys, have you seen Marriage Story? What did you think about it? Give me your opinion in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show, and as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.